Oh my god! Oh my god, you can't even see my foot! Today we are driving from Santo Domingo to Las Terrenas in the Samana Peninsula. We rented a car for roughly $40 USD a day. We wanted to have total freedom to explore the Samana Peninsula. The drive took us through gorgeous rice fields, jungle mountain passes, and stunning ocean views.
And now a word from our sponsors. My beard. If you want a beard like mine, just use tree sap. Goodbye.
We passed through 4 tolls, costing us roughly $20 USD, which is a steep price, but so worth it. The roads are very nice. But do be careful, there are a lot of speed traps.
So we just got pulled over on our way to Las Terrenas. We weren't speeding. We went to the gas station. We pulled out, and right away a cop
Just like
walked in the middle of the street and flagged us down.
Like we're on a highway where people are driving like 50, 60 miles per hour, and they just walk out in front of cars and just like wave at you. I'm like, oh, I think I'm supposed to stop here.
Yeah. Turns out though, keep in mind if you're driving here, your lights need to be on all the time. So maybe that's why we got stopped. But he checked our papers and everything, and he was super nice and told us to have a good vacation. So keep your lights on, I guess.
Yeah.
There you go. But there is a lot of, what do you call that? Speed traps? Speed traps?
Just there's a lot of police officers checking the speed.
Yeah, so
the
it's
toll roads.
It's a lot different than Mexico, where you can go 40 kilometers over the speed limit. So watch your speed, have your papers on you, and don't do drugs without me. Goodbye.
When you're driving to Las Terrenas from Santo Domingo, make sure you stop at the El Mirador lookout. It is gorgeous, and it's a big parking lot, so plenty of room to park, and come check out the view.
And the whole drive from Santo Domingo is
beautiful.
The prettiest drive.
It is gorgeous.
So it takes a little over 2 hours, but it's worth it.
Yeah.
So
let's go check out Las Terrenas. Our first stop is Playa Bonita. Patrick, where are we going? We're going to the beach. All right, we just got to Playa Bonita. It's beautiful. There's small surf waves here, so there's a couple surf schools. So it's a great place to try out surfing. So our new friends here in Las Terrenas told us to come to Playa Bonita. You park in this big parking lot, and then it's only like a 5-minute walk to the beach. But then once you get to the beach, you turn right, walk all the way down the beach until you get to the cliff. Like you can't walk any further, and then there's a trail that like cuts back in through the mountain, and this now then takes you to like a hidden secret beach. And they said if you get lost, just follow the shattered beer bottles. Whew. I think this is gonna be awesome. But the trail is a little bit difficult, but it's not too bad. So we lost the path at one point, and then we kind of found it again. I think we're on it. I think we're about to arrive at the beach now. Let's check it out. Wow, we made it. And is it worth it? 100% yes. This beach is gorgeous. And it doesn't look like there's anyone else here. Compared to Playa Bonita, where there's a bunch of people, we are just in our own little paradise. Now this is paradise. The Dominican Republic, most people come to for Punta Cana and the resorts. if you come up to Las Terrenas and come to the Samana Peninsula, this is the real Dominican Republic. If you guys like watching our adventures, please make sure you subscribe. Goodbye, beautiful hidden paradise. So at the beginning of the trail, well, kind of at the beginning, I don't know, you start walking up the hill, keep walking, you're gonna come to a point where the trail looks like it veers to the left, just continuing on like the dirt and rocks. But right when it tries to go to the left, there's a bunch of rocks on your right. You want to go up and over those rocks, and there's a trail right there. And that cuts the time about in half when you're trying to get to this hidden beach. First time Pat and I went all the way up and around, and the trail then ends, and then you just kind of are bushwhacking through rocks anyways. So towards the beginning, kind of go up and over the rocks, and then the trail starts up again. And then you will come across a barbed wire fence. They've like raised it up though, so it's super easy to duck under it, but watch out for the barbed wire. And now we are back at Playa Bonita, and wow, that was way easier. When you enter into Playa Bonita, if we went to the right to get to the hidden beach, but if you go to the left, there is a beautiful Malecon, and that's where all the surfing takes place. There are some beautiful hotels here on Playa Bonita, so if you've got the money, I think Playa Bonita would definitely be an awesome place to stay when you come to Las Terrenas.
One thing we've noticed too, it's a lot different than Mexico, even though there's a lot of tourists. It's not like crowded beaches. And you're not being bombarded by people selling stuff. You can just enjoy your time there.
Yeah, we have noticed that. Like, even if there are chairs and like umbrellas and stuff set up, it's not like Mexico where like there's a ton of beach vendors coming to here. Yeah,
it's more peaceful.
Yeah, it seems less touristy.
Yeah.
It seems less aimed for gringos and more aimed for locals, which is awesome.
So if you're looking for a relaxing beach vacation, I would recommend coming to Las Terrenas areas with your kids, with your spouse, by yourself.
Girls trip.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's a great location.
So once you're in Las Terrenas, you're probably wondering, how do I get around? Well, there's a couple different ways. First off, you can walk into town, or if you got your Airbnb, and then you can just walk around. If you want to check out another local place, you can get moto taxis, and it's just hopping on the back of a motorcycle with a taxi driver. You can do that if you want to. You can also rent your own moped or motorcycle. I don't know the cost of it because we personally rented a car from Santo Domingo and drove over here. So if anybody has rented a moped or a motorcycle, let us know what you paid down below in the comments. There's not a lot of parking here, so a motorcycle or moped's the easiest way to get around, to park, to check out places.
So traffic is on two main streets, going towards the beach and then coming back. And so it's just a bunch of cars and a ton of motorcycles and mopeds just zooming by.
It's organized chaos.
Yeah, and it's a very loud town. Like, if you're looking for some peace and quiet, Las Terrenas is not your place. If you're looking for some partying and action and a lot of things going on, Las Terrenas is where you want to be. Las Terrenas is a very colorful city. All the buildings are painted bright, beautiful colors. So we've seen some amazing art pieces here in the Dominican Republic. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's muy bien. As I was saying, the Dominican Republic has so much beautiful artwork that we've seen here. And Las Terrenas is really interesting because all over the roads you'll see these little metal tin huts, and they just have hundreds, if not thousands, of paintings from local artists. Wow, that's impressive.
It's all her work. Like, she's working on one that's halfway done, and she was trying to say like it all just came from her head, and she did one of a waterfall turning into this woman's face. It's just amazing.
So cool.
Okay, so one thing to be very aware of when you're eating at the restaurants on the beach or anywhere that really takes a credit card that's not street food or a local place like a pica pollo, which is kind of like a buffet style, is the tax. The tax here ends up costing quite a bit more. 18% goes straight to the government and 10% is a service charge or like a tip. And one thing we didn't know was when we're getting our bill, that tax is added on, and then we were also tipping on top of it. So by the time we paid, we were adding almost 40% onto our whole bill, which adds up significantly, and sometimes was even more expensive than the United States, which is wild to us. So if you are gonna go to a restaurant, just know that the 10% does go to the servers, 18% goes to the government. You can't help that, but you don't need a tip anymore if you don't want to. If you received excellent service, you can hand them another 50 or 100 pesos just to say thank you for doing such a good job. That's a little fun fact we wish we would have known prior to coming here, but now you know. It's good to always have cash on hand. You can go to an ATM at Lindo, which is a local supermarket, or you can go to Pola, which is another local supermarket. Just be aware that the ATM fees can be a little higher, so it's almost better to take a little bit more out than having to go there multiple times. Plus, if you want to eat at any of the local food places and restaurants or local bars, you're gonna need cash on hand.
There's a major Italian and French influence here in Las Terrenas. So if you're looking for some good pizza, right behind me here is Casa Azul. They're right on the beach and they do an awesome wood fire pizza, and it is so good. And I've heard that there's a ton of good French restaurants or little cafes. Here we have Punta Papi. It's the closest beach to town and it is a local favorite. Whoa! Settle down. Whoa! Hey, be nice.
No, good morning, Dulce.
Good morning, baby. Hi. Okay, stay down. I know. Pretty girl, we're going on a hike this morning. I know, we can't hang out with you. I know.
All clean our boogers. Dulce, come here. Come here.
So this morning we are up bright and early because we are going to hike El Salto El Limon, or Salto El Limon. Either way, it's El Limon waterfall. Hi, pretty. And our little doggy friend from the neighborhood just came to say good morning to us. We wish we could hang out with her, but we gotta get going. So we are setting out on the trail. So far, it's just straight up. So, I think Pat and I are gonna be in for a good workout today. We are going, oh, I already said, oh shit. Not even 5 minutes into the hike and I just realized I forgot the bug spray. And we're just in the rainforest. So, make sure when you come to Salto El Limon waterfall, that you grab your bug spray. I'm very upset with myself right now. Finally, some downhill. Skeeters! Oh, I'm so mad at myself. So we think we're at the right trailhead. I think there's multiple different trailheads, but when you're driving from Las Terrenas to here, there are a ton of different tour guides that'll like jump out in the road in front of your car with like a sign showing El Limon and try and get you to like go with them. Just part of their culture, part of their business, totally understandable. We just kept saying no until we saw a big green sign. Kind of looks like street signs that you see in America, and it just said Cascada or Salto El Limon. And so we pulled in there. Parking was 200 pesos for a vehicle. They have horses there and they have guides that they really try to sell you on. Like they really want you to take one of them. But we just kept telling them no, we just wanted to, oh, mosquitoes. We just wanted to walk by ourselves. And so now we're on this trail. I don't know if it's the right one or not, but we'll find out soon, I guess. No, solamente.
Sí, one guy, porque es diferente camino en la montaña.
No, está bien.
Puede coger otro traviado.
No, está bien. Sí.
Gracias.
Pues sí. Going that way?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go this way. It's been raining quite a bit in the Samana Peninsula. So as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, the rainy. Yeah, so it's been raining a ton and you have to cross across some river bottom beds. Oh my God, this trail is so muddy. So, I'm gonna stop filming. Oh, that's so much mud in my feet. Okay, take 3. Basically what I was trying to say was if there's been a lot of rain, the rivers are gonna be higher, we're gonna have to walk through some high rivers and the waterfall might be like totally washed out. It might look really cool because it'll be a bunch of water, but I don't know if it's the best option. I'm just in a pit of mud right now. I don't know where to walk. Looks a lot easier just riding on a horse. That's okay though. We're getting a good exercise in and covered in mud.
Tourist adventures. You just like walk through a swamp. Cool.
Oh, mud. Oh my God. This is fine. This is fine. Oh. Oh my God, you can't even see my foot. So I just said to Pat, I was like, oh my goodness, I can hear the waterfall. And he's like, or that's the river crossing. And I was like, oh. So let's find out if we're about to walk across like waist deep water or if we're at the waterfall. Time to go swim and get all this mud off of my foot.
It's worth it. This feels so good after walking through mud and sweating in the humid heat. The water feels amazing.
Woo! Yeah! Can I touch? Oh!
When you're coming to El Limon, I highly recommend wearing sandals, like Chacos or something that has a good strap on it versus wearing hiking shoes. One, it's all rocks when you're swimming, so it makes it better to get into the water with sandals on. Plus, if it's muddy like it is today, I think your shoes would end up weighing about 1,000 pounds by the time you got done. So sandals, to me, are the way to go. And look at my cool feet. Boom.
Usher, usher, usher. Usher, usher, usher.
So we definitely recommend that you come as early as possible. On our way out now, we have come across probably 30 people and we had the waterfall almost completely to ourselves. There was a group of about 10 other people there when we were there, but then they left, so we had it all to ourselves. So definitely come early. So I read online that there's a couple different river crossings you have to cross. We only crossed one and they created a bridge, I guess, kind of. You walk through water that's probably ankle deep, but it's not the actual like river. The trail is definitely very rocky, but I would say it's a pretty well-maintained trail. It would be nice to know what it's like when it's not all muddy and when it's just dirt. Wow, I am out of shape. People of all ages are doing this hike and going to the waterfall. You can definitely do it. You just gotta take your time, go slow. Pat and I are kind of trying to power hike it. And my not working out in the last month is definitely catching up with me. When the horses come up on you, either from the front or from the back, just kind of be aware if you hear them. Always just make sure you step over to the side, get out of their way, give them space.
Well, overall, we highly recommend doing El Limon. It was incredible.
Impressive waterfall.
And if it wasn't so muddy, it would have been a very simple hike. I mean, there's some inclines, but it's not bad at all.
No, it's...
You can do it with your kids.
Yeah, definitely. And there was people probably in their 60s, 70s doing it, so... I mean, they were definitely in shape, but...
Yeah.
Definitely possible.
And it's worth the swim. Highly recommend
Yeah,
it.
make sure when you go there you swim. It's so refreshing.
We did read an article though that there is a piece of rebar under the waterfall, so maybe don't go too deep, but
Yeah.
we had no issues. It was so relaxing and I would do it again.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was awesome. It took us about 30 minutes to hike there and about 30 minutes to hike back out, maybe even a little bit less time to hike out. It's about a 30-minute drive from Las Terrenas. From Santo Domingo, I think Google Maps said it was like 3.5-hour drive.
So when you get done with that Limon, it's very important that you come and grab lunch at Santi.
It's right at that intersection that makes a T when you're coming from Las Terrenas to here. You'll see it, definitely.
It's a blue place. There's Maddie, and there's a parking lot. If you could, please, tell me what this is in the comments. It's like a hush puppy. Yeah, I'm glad we shared.
We've got pork, a lot of rice with some beans, and then a salad.
Dude, that.
This food is so good. So simple, but it's yummy. And it was only 330 pesos, which is like roughly $5-6. And it's so much food enough for Pat and I to share. We hope you liked this video. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss part 2, coming out on Friday.